You're listening to the Biohackers World Podcast.
All right, well, we are here with Jin, and you are the founder of Jinfinity, this amazing supplement brand for increasing your NAD, and also you have a testing kits. So tell us about your company, where this started, and all about increasing NAD.
Well, it's so nice to be here with you and Jenny. And we have talked multiple times in the past, and I feel that we have known each other very well. And let me tell you just what's really new about the Jinfinity.
Yeah.
And Jinfinity is trying to establish a comprehensive longevity solution program. So our program is really based on ancient Chinese philosophy that's called the Taoism. And Taoism is really about finding the balance and the harmony. And here, in terms of longevity, we really want to find the balance between the genes and the environment or lifestyle. We're trying to find the balance between the mind and the body. So we, in the what we call the Tao longevity program, we teach doctors and also consumers about the best way of achieving healthy longevity. And my message to everyone is that, number one, if you don't do anything about your health now, you expectation for health span is only about 55 years at best. Now, that's really not acceptable to me.
Yeah.
My goal is to help myself and everyone else who trust in me to extend their health span by at least 30 years. So going from about 55 to at least 85, ideally. For myself, I want to go to at least 100 years and hopefully beyond.
Yes.
My passion is tennis. I want to invite everyone to go to my 100th birthday on a tennis court. So Jenny, you're invited. I know you're going to make it. You're chronologically younger than I am, but I really invite everyone to really get on this healthy longevity or health span extension journey. And there are a few key elements that's really important. The first one is you have to be proactive. And the last one is you have to be persistent. I think everyone can understand these two important elements. In between, you want to be personalized, you want to be precise, you want to take predictive and preventive strategies. You also want to prioritize. You want to have a holistic approach. So at Jinfinity, and also in my research career, what I want to do is to educate the doctors and the public about the importance of extending health span, but more importantly, what are the right steps to do it. Many companies are going to sell people a supplement or a test. I have supplements, I have tests, but I don't sell those. What I'm selling is a philosophy. And the philosophy is summarized in this book that came out about 3 months.
Oh,
I was so shocked and pleased that I made it to the #1 bestseller on Amazon for 3 different categories: longevity, supplements, and preventive medicine.
Wow.
It's also a New York Times bestseller, and I'm so happy that people are enjoying the book. We actually quite a number of people got a copy of the book today at the Biohackers World. I will have a signed copy for
Yes,
you
please.
after
This
our
is
conversation.
amazing.
This is your copy. I'll sign it for you.
Wow.
Now, I don't want to monopolize the conversation, but why NAD is a starting point?
Yeah.
That's because NAD is a key nutrient that's involved in the function of over 500 different enzymes. If you don't have NAD or enough NAD, our cells wouldn't be able to make energy in terms of ATP. Without energy, we are dead.
Yeah.
No one wants to be dead. Everyone interested in longevity, in health, and don't want to be dead, or at least they don't want to be underperforming. So you got to get NAD optimized. I tell people that NAD optimization, the key word is optimization, okay? You cannot just take a supplement or get an IV shot or a subcutaneous injection without the testing. You really have to find the best approach, but more importantly, the best dosing suitable for each person. Only the optimized NAD levels can deliver the incredible health benefit that we know NAD can deliver. That's the key message when it comes down to NAD. If you're not optimized, you're not going to get all the benefits that you can possibly get.
Yes, it's so important. Did you ever have low NAD levels? And if you did, how do you feel now increasing your NAD?
So 5 years ago, that's when I started working on NAD and started offering clinical grade NAD test to the public. And my NAD was extremely deficient. And there are a couple of reasons. One, I'm a Chinese. Most Asians, Indians, Chinese, Vietnamese, especially Malaysians, have extremely low levels of NAD. And
Interesting.
so the average for Malaysian, for example, is less than 15 micromolar. Most Caucasians, the average is about 26, 27 micromolar. So for Malaysians, it's almost 50% of what we see in Caucasians.
Wow.
So depending on your ethnic background and probably your dietary intake, you can have very different levels of NAD. The bottom line is almost every single adult, doesn't matter whether you are in your 30s, 40s, or beyond, most people are suboptimal or even severely deficient for NAD. That's responsible for the decreased vitality, decreased performance, and also a number of health conditions that many people are experiencing. The number one issue that people can experience if their NAD is deficient is they get tired all the time. They don't have the energy to do what they really want to do. So energy. If you want the energy, get your NAD optimized.
Which I feel energy is happiness, because the more energy you have, the more you can do the things you love, the more energy you have to do the things you love, and also recover. It's a huge part for your immune system, for healing, for recovery as well. So
Absolutely. So NAD can really speed up recovery. The primary reason is that NAD can reduce inflammation, especially for athletes and people who have physical activities, exercise or other activities. And if you get NAD optimized, your recovery is significantly, the time it takes to recover is much reduced. So recovery is a major part. It can also increase performance for many people. And we have example after example, including the NFL players,
very important.
sprinters, and also endurance. Endurance, NAD can really help for endurance as well.
So you have this supplement. So can you tell us your supplement stack and why you chose these ingredients to increase NAD?
Yeah, so our supplement is oral NAD precursor based. A precursor is basically a building block that our cells use to make NAD. Many drugs, many supplements actually use the precursors because the final molecule that our cells need may be too big or may not be soluble, and our cells cannot take them up. So if you give the precursor form, which are smaller molecules, maybe more soluble, maybe easier to absorb, they can deliver a better outcome. So what works the best to increase NAD levels are actually oral supplements. I know some influencers, some so-called experts argue that NAD IV is the right way to increase NAD levels. It sounds reasonable because you are putting the NAD molecule directly into the IV. There's no absorption issue, right? They are right, but the problem is the NAD molecule is too big to get inside the cells. Every expert agree. That's the truth. But the problem is the half-life of the NAD molecule in the blood is only 6 hours. After 1 day, 24 hours, you have reduced 4 cycles. Every 6 hours, you go down by 50%. After 4 cycles, how much you have left? Guess.
0.
5%. That's the math. Mathematically, you got 5% left. The bottom line is you almost have nothing left after 24 hours.
Yeah.
And you're not giving enough for our cells to make necessary NAD. So IV sounds very good. You can provide some temporary benefit for very short time, very specific health conditions, but it's not a good solution for longevity, performance, or wellness purposes. You want to choose the modality of delivery and the type of products really based on what are the goals and what you want to achieve. If you choose the right form, you are going to get the benefits. If you don't, you are not going to. And if no one believes in me, my argument is you don't need to listen to me or any other experts or influencers. Take it in your own hands. Get tested before and after. Use the data that you have in hand to make a judgment. I don't want anyone to just take my words. I'm a scientist. I'm data-driven. I want to teach the right approach. I want to teach how to fish. All right? I believe everyone should take the same approach.
Yeah.
Let's get the data. Let's teach people what are the right approaches to think about a problem, to solve a problem. If you have the data, you use the data to guide you, you are going to achieve the outcomes you want and you deserve. If you don't use the data and just listen to anyone, I guess you are an influencer, I'm a scientist. Well, we happen to agree on a lot of points, but different people, reasonable people can disagree.
Yeah.
But how do you decide who to trust, who to listen to? I don't tell people to listen to me or trust me. I tell them to trust the data, trust how your body does, how your body, how your mind feels.
Yeah.
That should be the right judgment at the end.
I know. I think that's where we're going is personalization with testing, because a lot of people are still doing the guessing game when it comes to supplements, when it comes to peptides, when it comes to anything.
Yeah.
And I think we need to do the testing and also be intuitive and listen to our bodies, because every body is different. Our genetics are different. Our lifestyle is different. Our nutrition, our diet is different. So it's so important to test. And you also have the testing kit.
Yeah.
So explain how this works to everyone. And it's a simple blood test.
Absolutely. So our program is called the TAO, T-A-O.
Okay.
Test, Act, Optimize. That's the title of the book. Show the title of the book, all right?
I love
so it's
that.
It's not just the philosophy. It's also 3 concrete steps.
Wow.
And I call it the only way, the only road to healthy longevity. Tao actually means in Chinese the road, the way, the path. That's how you get to longevity. That's only one way to do it. Right?
Wow.
There are many different tests, many different solutions. But if you really want longevity, there's only one way. What's the way? It's Tao. Now, you want to test, you're absolutely right. But what to test? That's a key question. It's a
Yeah.
debatable question. I have carefully curated a set of 50 longevity biomarkers that I believe are the most important ones to take. Many of these biomarkers are not available elsewhere, including some of the biggest diagnostic companies that I should not name.
For NAD?
Not for
test?
NAD, for the conventional diagnostic biomarkers.
Okay.
What's different for Jinfinity is we have developed a panel of biomarkers that are not available conventionally, but they really allow you to assess what I call sub-health conditions, suboptimal health conditions. These are risk factors that predispose us to health issues, major clinical symptoms, years or sometimes even decades in the future. I want to help people to identify the sub-health conditions so they can take proactive actions to prevent diseases and injuries. One of the top tests is NAD, because NAD is the cornerstone of our health. The NAD test is very simple. It's a finger prick. You just make one or two blood spots, mailed back to our laboratory in Georgia. And we will give you the results within 1 week, sometimes maybe on the same day. And so you use the data to figure out what's the right type of products, but more importantly, what's the right dosage. So we go through this test, act, optimize process, the Tao process. Tao is really becoming a verb in the Jinfinity vocabulary. You can Tao everything. You can Tao your business, you can Tao your health, you can Tao your awareness. It's basically, you want to know what's going on, you take actions based on the data, and you use the data to optimize what you want to do. You can Tao your health, you can Tao your NAD, you can Tao your longevity, you can Tao your wealth, you can Tao everything that you want to achieve.
Yeah.
So Tao is really the key. Tao really governs how the whole universe works. That's what the Taoists believe.
So you have quite a bit of data then of people's NAD levels.
Yes.
So what do you see out there? Is it common as you get older? Do most older clients that are taking this test have lower NAD levels? What is the common biomarker?
In general, it's absolutely true. I think it's commonly known that NAD levels decline with age. That's been known for long time. What the people do not really know is how early and how sharp the decline can be. I mean, teenagers, we studied many teenagers, about 25% of teenagers are already deficient in NAD.
Wow.
About 75% of them have optimal levels. Very young toddlers, 2, 3, 2, 5 year old, and they can have suboptimal NAD levels as well. They usually have some kind of suboptimal health issues, and if they're really healthy, most of them have optimal NAD levels. So now, once people get into their late 20s, early 30s, almost every single one is already deficient.
Wow.
We do see a correlation between age and the levels of NAD, obviously, but it starts very early. So anyone in around the 30 years of age and beyond should get an NAD test and to figure out whether they are deficient or how deficient they are, and most importantly, if they are taking NAD supplements, IV or injections, they have to get themselves tested to know whether they are getting any benefits or whether they are taking too much. Taking too much is a major problem that people don't think about. It's a potential problem.
Wow, I didn't. So what are your levels then?
My levels is around the 65 micromolar.
Okay.
The sweet spot is between 55 and 80.
Okay.
And I want everyone to be at least above 40, but not over 100.
Okay.
If you get your level above 100, and especially around the 150 or higher, you can have serious issues on vascular inflammation, cardiovascular risk, and especially most people who take niacin to reduce their cholesterol level, they can get an NAD way, way too high and causes insomnia.
Wow, I had no
And
idea.
no one knows about it. I was the first one to discover the issue. I think I'm still the only one who knows about the issue, and I only discovered about maybe 8 months ago or so.
Wow,
And
interesting.
in every
this is
event-
not a topic you hear of too much.
Yeah, in the last Biohackers World event, we had a couple of people who listened to me. They withdraw the niacin, and the same night, they snapped like a baby.
Wow. Well, this is so amazing. So everyone go check out Jinfinity. Is it jinfinity.com?
Jinfinity.com.
So you have your supplements, you have the testing kit, and now you have this amazing book, which I'm going to dive into as soon as possible. So thank you so much for being here at Biohackers World. And we're so excited to have you. And you also have a booth. So anyone who, this is probably not live, but come check out Jinfinity. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm already looking forward to the next events in 2026, Los Angeles and to Chicago and to New York. And I know in January after there's going to be Miami as well.